we have to go back to the drawing board and ask ourselves, what do we really need as Kenya? We have a unique food system in Kenya and in Africa in general. And this is why GMOs are not good for our system. They are not good for our context. Our context, we are talking of about 2 million small-scale farmers who grow food first to feed themselves and then to sell to the market. This is the context we are talking about. When Dr. is talking about using tools that are available and how these tools are safe, you just ask, tools are made and controlled by people. Who controls these tools? It is not our farmers. And before they say that it is the scientists who came up with GMOs, let it be known that it is actually the farmers who discovered Bacillus thuringiensis and how it works. So it is the farmers who discovered that there is this important bacteria in the soil which is able to work on different pests. So what they used to do, they would just take the soil from the ground and sprinkle on the maize, and it addresses the issues. And what we need to have done, what we needed to have done, is to really ensure that we protect that bacteria in the soil. Because it will be in my soil, in my farm in Eldoret, it will be in someone's soil in Muranga, it will be in someone's soil in Homa Bay and Siaya. It will not come from America. We don't need to get a bacteria that naturally exists in the soil or its functions and its activity to come from a different country when it naturally exists. It is abundant. We are not telling our farmers that actually this is their knowledge that we are playing with. This is the information that farmers have had over the years that we are playing with. If the modern scientists were there in the times of Isaac Newton, maybe they would have even taken the force of gravity and made money out of it. When Isaac Newton discovered that there is gravity, when he saw mangoes falling from the tree, you know, he did not go and customize it. He did not go and take it to the laboratory and own it and control it and say that you cannot use gravity unless you pay me. And this is what we are seeing here, that people are looking at what farmers are doing and taking that and putting in a situation where control is left for a few people. Let it be known that there is no laboratory in this country that has the capacity to develop GMO maize. So this is coming from outside. And why is it not good for us? It is not good for us because it is not good for our farmers. Now that the ban has been lifted, we are going to see GMO maize being imported from the US, for example, which has one of the highest technical efficiency of maize production. Our farmers will not be able to compete with those farmers, not because they use GMO seeds, but because their farming is highly mechanized, because their farming is highly subsidized, because they get real-time weather data, which was, for example, which in this country, for example, farmers are not able to get. So the issues we need to really ask ourselves, is this for us? It is not for us. It is for them. It is about those companies that come come up with these seeds. It is about those farmers in the US who want to supply their maize to Kenya because they do not have maize in their market in the first place. And if it is safe, why regulate it? If it is safe, why do we have the National Biosafety Authority? If it is safe, why are you testing to confirm it is safe? We have never had questions about our maize, and I think that introducing something that needed to be tested is, first of all, not good for us because it is exactly showing that even the ones who are coming up with it are not sure of the safety.
All right. Thank you, Emmanuel. Dr. Nami?
Yes.
Your response, your chance to rebut, and in case you agree with those sentiments. I
have had this debate for a very long time about the arguments about the role of larger corporations play in the development and also implementation and profits of GMOs, and that it's multinationals that are benefiting at the expense of our farmers. I want to disagree, because that argument was actually live 20 to 30 years ago. It cannot be that we stopped thinking and stopped doing anything 20 years down the line, because now in this country, we have laboratories, and I can mention several of them. I am in those laboratories working in the development of our own products because markets have changed. The costs of producing a genetically modified organism is actually less nowadays, and now we are using public money to be able to produce seeds, and therefore those seeds are for the public good and therefore not for profit. We benefit ourselves, we do it ourselves in this particular country. The other thing that he's talking about is about why do we regulate something that seems to be foreign. GMO, it must be regulated. There is any product, including water, that is not regulated. That's my repeat.